looking dapper.
That's going to take 10 wood. But before we do that, we are going to build another tent. And we're just going to build these up little by little as time allows. Okay, let's allow time to move past a little bit. There we go. And whoop. There we are. Right. You are waiting. So that took you 6 hours. Only 14 hours. So we shaved off 2 hours on the trip. Not a huge deal, but every minute counts. There we go. So you can head on from there. As long as you don't waste the time by being in like fast time progression and not responding in time, then you've got a net benefit there. Right. I would like to go for faster gathering. Start that. I haven't seen the new video on Total War. No, I'm sorry, Schmofo. It was quite entertaining. I will make a point of checking it out. Okay. Plenty of coal coming in, and we've got lots of storage for it. In terms of our food, maybe another hunter's hut would be useful. Unfortunately, we're not getting one. New laws. Okay, so with that, we can go for the K house. We'll need to do that to get to prosthetics, no matter what we do. We can go for emergency shift, and from there we can get extended shift, which would help in times like this when I just need a little bit extra wood. So I'm going to go for emergency shift, building forward. I'm not going to be using the 24-hour work unless I absolutely need to.
Listen, everyone. New law.
I hope these shifts are only used for real emergency. Yeah, that one, yes. 24 hours on the job, insane! But that's our lot. Well, it is if you want to live, yeah. Ooh, it's a bit nasty. Many people are getting sick. Right, scouts have reached the crash site. Raw food and wood. That's where our expedition was split up when our vehicles crashed during the snowstorm. Some of our precious supplies should be there. There is plenty of priceless supplies in the wrecks of our expedition. Searching among the crates scattered in the snow behind the wrecks, we found the bodies. They're tangled together in a single frozen mess, as if these people were trying to find at least a bit of warmth just before they died. We can do nothing for them, not even bury them. We have discovered the gloomy cave. Quite a lot of supplies there. Alright, on from there, I would like you to go to the gloomy cave. It's going to take you 12 hours. Chop, chop. 17 minutes, though, and... dump. Oh, was a little bit premature there. Okay, the shelter is well supplied and built to withstand even the worst weather. An advanced steam heating system protects it from the cold. The trail leads to another city. The shelter is comfortable and well equipped with emergency supplies. There's a notice posted on by the heavy round door. To all scientists, if you use any supplies, remember to notify the quartermaster upon your return to the city. This means there's another city out there. A signpost by the trail points in two directions. London, 1,934 miles. Home, 27 miles. Sites discovered, Steel Bridge. We also got a steam core and a load of rations. Steel Bridge! The trail goes over an elegant steel bridge that crosses a huge ravine. The bridge is remarkably snow-free. 13 hours. Let's get out there. We're getting things moving a lot better now. But we are shy of food. Let's get to work. We can't let up now. Indeed, you cannot. Survived another night. That has to count for something. One would hope. Hopefully we see a decent chunk of food get deposited. Faster gathering researched. Marvelous. Yes. Now, does that affect this place? We're now getting 8 per hour. What was it before? Was it particularly high before? Now getting 27 coal per hour. And one of the coal passes has been depleted. Well, that wasn't... Oh, and the other one's going to be depleted in just a moment as well, actually. Oh, that's not great. The soundtrack is so awesome. Yeah, I know. It is amazing. You think it was 7 before? Okay, well, that's not too bad then. We could go for the bunkhouse. Go for the generator upgrade. We'll even go for this, perhaps. We'll wait for that one. But I'm going to get the coal thumper so that we've at least got coal mining sorted. So go ahead and start the coal thumper. It's going to take 10 wood to do. On that note, we are then going to build... only 40 wood and 20 steel. Wow. Alright. We want a resource depot. I'm going to say we want this resource depot... No, we can't prioritize that. We need to prioritize homes. Don't be silly, Aavak. Of course we need to prioritize homes. Right, we'll pop this one down here. That will give all of our people somewhere to rest. Then we're going to draw a road there so that we can get some more homes along there. We'll have to wait a little longer before we can build a resource depot, but we will be building one to store food. Right. Okay, that gathering post no longer has any use for our workers being there, so we're going to move them away. I will, for the time being, build a new hunter's hut. It's going to be a temporary thing, but we'll build it. And we'll actually build it over here. It's nice and far away from resources down there, so but it's still connected, and it's a warm building, so people will be able to work there. Scouts have reached the gloomy cave. This cave is or was inhabited. There are a number of footprints leading to its entrance. We should check if there is still anyone there. We can hear terrified shrieks coming from a cave uphill. When we come closer, several polar bears turn toward us, blocking the entrance. There are people trapped inside, and those beasts are picking them off, one by one, and feasting on them. Now, the last time we had this, we attacked the bears, and the scouts died. Recruit the bears! Panzerbjorn! We will get them to wear their star metal armor. It'll be wonderful. We'll have an army of armored bears. There's a chance for the scouts to live. We're going to risk attacking the bears. We had to help the survivors. When our scouts attacked the bears, the people in the cave joined them, and together they drove the beasts away. Then they all set out towards the city. It worked. We did actually manage it. Well done, guys. Fantastic news. It's going to be 10 hours, and then we're going to have a load of people we need to house. No good deed goes unpunished. Well, we got some steel over there we need to do something with. Can I afford a new gathering post? I can, actually. Right. That requires... Well, we're going to have to wait for the wood, but... We'll build this out up to the gathering post. And hopefully we can get that wood in before we run out. There we go. Another gathering post out here, please. That'll let us get the rest of that coal and iron there. Scouts have reached the bridge in Winterhold. So is the story mode again, or is this endless mode? This is a story mode, Death Cobra. As far as I'm aware, there isn't an endless mode. However, now, some people have said that it has been confirmed that on release there won't be an endless mode, but there will be scenarios. And whilst I don't know what the scenarios are going to be, a couple of people have mentioned that it could be something really interesting. Like, we might be seeing the game in, for example, we might have the scenario being you run Tessa City, or maybe you run Winterhome, if you're familiar with the fate of Winterhome from my first playthrough. That would be really interesting to me. But the scenarios could be any number of things. They could be other types of campaigns. Because when I started this run, I had to start it by going to pick a scenario, and then New Home was the scenario. So maybe each scenario is going to be like this main story, and there's just going to be loads of different stories through the game. That'll be really interesting. It'll add a lot of replayability. But obviously, an endless mode would be pretty cool as well. Resource shortage. We're getting short on resources. Our needs are greater and growing by the hour. To address this, we can enact a law that will allow us to extend working hours. Open the book of laws. Extend shift. Working overtime causes discontent. Discontent will rise slightly. We're going to be going for that because that's exactly what I was aiming for. There you go.
Hear me, hear me.
Discontent will rise and then it'll go down soon enough. My father used to tell us we're lucky to work 10 hours a day. 14 hours? People will barely have time to eat and sleep. Don't be so melodramatic. Of course they will. I'll have plenty of time to eat and sleep. Being said, kind of like this place, to be working extended hours. So, crack on, lads. Cold homes. Captain, some of our people are concerned about the low temperatures in their homes. They quite sensibly point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold, and ask that you address the problem. We'll go for this one because I know I can do that one. I'm reasonably certain that I would be able to do this one. Aavak, I found a solution to the Londoners' problem. If there was no London, there would be no problem. Unspeakably, your logic is undeniable. Thank you very much, Warbler, for the cheer there. Very, very kind of you. Madden, so, how is the ice wine tea? It's delicious, Madden. Absolutely delicious. I'm going to go for the one that I know I can complete. Because that is, you know, that it's a promise that I'm absolutely certain that I can make. Right. Bridge to Winterhome. A brass plaque on the bridge tower reads, built by the people of Winterhome in AD 1887. The bridge is kept completely snow-free by a working automaton. We stopped at the edge of a deep, wide ravine, marvelling at the steel bridge spanning it. Even more so at the huge automaton sweeping snow from the roadway. It would be possible to send the machine back to our city, or disassemble it for resources. Send it to the city, obviously. We reprogrammed the automaton and sent it on its way. As it disappeared in the distance, walking steadily towards our city, the first wisps of snow started to settle on the bridge. Right. Weather station, large convoy. Observatory. We're going to go to the weather station. Tall building with some peculiar devices on the roof. It's most likely a weather station set up by scientists from Winterhome. We'll head there. We are not, however, going to be making contact with Winterhome just yet. That is not my goal. We're going to try and get everything else sorted first. Deserted bridge. Finding the bridge to Winterhome proved that we're on the right track, but raised questions. Why was the bridge deserted? Why wasn't the automaton under the care of an engineer? There are logical explanations to it all, but people are growing anxious. That's fine. We can take that hope drop. The wisdom of the crowd. Captain, when facing demands, remember this. People usually look for the quickest solution, not the best one. You don't have to agree with everything they ask for. If you fix the problem your way, it's fine. I'll bear that in mind. There we go. We will, of course, have everyone working there. And same over here as well. Please get to that. We'll eventually set up another sawmill over there just to make use of those resources. This is where we're going to be building the coal thumper, though. On that note, realistically, I would say that I wouldn't mind these being run 24 for 14 hours. I know it's going to cause discontent to rise, but discontent will also drop reasonably fast. Right. Scouts from number 2 have returned safely to the city. Quite a lot of food, a lot of wood, a lot of all sorts of things. Which is great, but now I've got to house a bunch of people. And that is not as easy to do. The main way I was going to achieve it was to expand the generator. Oh. Incoming ad bits! Oh, thank you very much, Amazing Kill. Very, very kind of you. Aavak, the fact your camera is mirrored, something or other, is disturbing me more than it should. But you can read my awesome boom shirt. Aavak, I think you can get 2 free cores from it, and automatons only take 1 to make. Yes, but it's going to be a while until I get there. Going to take a while before I get there. This is unfortunate. We are getting lots of sick. Right, I need to send you back out, of course. You're going to be heading to the observatory. Go there straight away, please.
Looking dapper.
Malachi, thank you so much for the resubscription. 4 months in a row. Please put some love in chat. Wow, Leafing was quick off the mark there. At least we're alive. Not everyone is so lucky. Coal Thumper researched. Hooray! Okay. With the Coal Thumper researched, the next option is probably bunkhouses then. It'll only take 8 hours at 100%. We've got better than that, so we can actually use that as our means of heating the homes. Coal Thumper is going to take 15 wood. And I think we are definitely going to want one of those up around here. So let's get that built right now. Can I not get it to be perfectly positioned? Because that would be great. No? Okay, fine. There we are. And sure, we'll pop it here. Because this way I can have the sawmill around here and another gathering outpost just there, and it'll all kind of fit together, and I can have one heater just keeping all of this going. There we are. We've got lots of mines nearby, so that'll be... We'll probably be expanding out in this direction first. In terms of food, I am starting to feel a bit of an ache as a result of how much work has just begun.
Time to get to work.
Right, time for us to get some medical posts up and running. Not there, of course. We could have one here, but no. Only on this side. So we'll pop down a medical post here, I'm gonna say. Because I'd like homes here and here. So medical posts can go but there. We have not got much steel. They're bringing in steel, but I'm going to increase our workers up there. As soon as we've got this built, we should be alright. That can go away. In fact, we are going to build... Who's heading back right now? You'll eventually be heading back. A resource depot would be quite nice. If I pop that down here, I could have it store the cooked food. Sure. Place that down there. Get engineers in there. There we go. I'll warm this up. Scouts have reached their next destination. Aavak, need to research steelworks this time. Steelworks early this time. Yeah, we will be. Right. There's nobody in the weather station, but everything still seems to be operational. We could try to find out what the scientists from Winterhome were working on. Explore. We found scientists' notes. They predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is the observations ended abruptly a month ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious that they moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. We'll take those resources, but we're not going to Winterhome yet. We're going to go to the coal mine and get that set up. 13 hours to arrive. Go ahead, please. I know they've got a lot of resources now, so they're going to be coming back soon. But for the time being, I'm happy for them to continue wandering around a little bit. What is this ad bit that you're talking about? I'm new to Twitch. Sunshine. The way Twitch works is if you watch ads, rather than blocking them, you generate ad bits, and you can then use those to cheer. Each bit is roughly equivalent to 1 US cent. You can also buy bits at the moment. If you're a Twitch Prime user, bearing in mind that you get Twitch Prime for free if you're also an Amazon Prime user. If you've got Amazon Prime and you link your Twitch and your Amazon accounts, you're effectively Twitch Prime. Twitch Primes can do two things. One, you can sub to one channel per month for free, and then at the end of the month that ends. So the streamer you sub to will get well, it's the equivalent to a $5 subscription, of which the streamer gets half of that. And you can also purchase a one-time bit package of 500 bits for 99 cents. So you're getting effectively 500 bits for the price of, well, less than 100 bits, because if you're buying the bits, they cost slightly more. So, for example, you might pay $1.50 to get $1 worth of bits.
Looking
Oh, wow. Gangrel just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Hamster Wokey just... Hamster 2K, sorry. 2K. Just subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. I am Prime. Thanks for the tips, Aavak. I used it to sub to you. Forgot about the lel. Did I miss you subbing? Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Maxel PD subscribed with Prime as well. Thank you very much. And Wolf 1249 just subscribed with Prime. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, please put plenty of love in chat. We'll have answers soon. Hope is going to fall a little bit, but the recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London has real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. It'll be okay. Generally speaking, it'll be okay. We do need more homes, though, quite badly. Right.
Looking dapper.
Thank you very much. Neru Moran. Neru Moran. I am not sure how to pronounce your name, but thank you so much for the subscription. You're all incredibly kind. Thank you so much, everyone. Right. Let's go ahead and check this. New law. So we've got extended shifts, which is fine.
Looking dapper.
Okay, so got the dueling law, House of Pleasure, extra rations for the ill or overcrowding so we can fit more ill into our care homes, into our medical posts. A care home, which doesn't treat them, but the gravely ill can go there. So it's somewhere where the ill can go until they're treated. Child labour all jobs, I'm resisting that until it's absolutely necessary. Cemetery or corpse disposal. Now, the cemetery really helped last time. Now, you may recall that we had a spate of deaths towards the end of the last run, but hope was rising, and I was like, that's broken. It used to fall, so clearly it's not like a massive bug. There must be something I don't understand. It's because ceremonial funerals cause hope to rise. When people die, rather than taking a hope hit, hope is restored because they are given a ceremonial burial, and it's a big funeral procession. So, in a way, that is a really good buffer towards the end of the game. So we're going to be going with cemetery and ceremonial funerals for now. Oh, thank you very much, Rockmat. Thank you so much. And the Lucence has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you again. Oh, you're all being incredibly generous. Thank you, everyone. What's wrong? Leafin? Leafin is trying to get my attention. Aavak. Brothels. Alright then. It seems the chat wants the house of pleasure. Prostitutes can be employed in each pub to further lower discontent. I mean, as long as it's employment and it isn't forced, I've got no personal issue with it. Alright, hope will fall a bit. Public house. Let's get more workers in our public house. House of pleasure customers, workers, patrons. It's generally a good place. Fine. One hungry peep. Hopefully that'll get built soon. Hey, Sheila. I will finish it. I was saving it. Thank you. That was delicious, by the way. Yeah, another pot of water, and just thank you so much, by the way. But if you could clean up the tea leaves from the infuser, thank you. She's incredibly kind to me. Right. Okay. All sorts of things. Bunkhouses have been researched. So, first and foremost, bunkhouses for the people. We've got 2 homes we need to heat. Let's actually have a look at which ones are cold. But technically, there's like a load of them, but alright. 1, 2. I'm actually going to go all out and get all of those heated up, so people are less likely to be cold. There's a lot of homeless right now as a result, but oh my lord, thank you very much, Warbler36. That is incredibly kind of you. Please put some love in chat, people. And to Dark Summers as well. Thank you very, very much, all of you. And Elof Heater for 5 bits for the red light. Oh my lord. And Rockmat. Finally got some bits from an ad. Oh my goodness. Hello, Occam, Iawn diolch. Occam, again, asking Sut wyt ti, which means how are you in Welsh. Right. Now, we've got this running. Let's get people out there in both locations. There we go. I mean, it's going to use 1 extra coal an hour, but it'll rise the temp quite nicely. Additionally, I'm going to have this one work overtime, so it's kind of outproducing. I mean, right now it's going to outproduce this massively, but I want it to even further outproduce it. I want another gathering post right there, please. Eventually, we could end up with 4 gathering posts and 2 coal thumpers right there. That would actually be pretty good. Could you please store food rations? There we are. We were at our max, and now we are not. Hooray. But we need to research. We the Dragons. I'm going to try to link my accounts later.
Looking dapper.
Late Night Iridescent. I love saying your name. Your name is so good. Thank you very much for the resubscription. 21 months in a row. Seriously, guys, you're all being incredibly kind. And has the... for those... I'm not sure if there's anyone amongst my viewers at the moment who mentioned this on YouTube, but there was a bit of concern over the size of the bit kind of overlay and the announcement overlay on the VODs that went up on YouTube, because it was right in the middle of the screen over there. There. No. There. I've mirrored my camera. And it was in the center and quite loud, so I've shrunk it down a little bit and I've moved it to the bottom. Big Al, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, everyone is being so generous tonight. Thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate it. We could also increase the resource depot room a little bit. Steelworks, I think, has to be the next thing, though, because at that point we're reasonably safe in terms of our income. Reasonably. I mean, it's never going to be truly safe, but in fact, yeah, we just run out of bad times. Suddenly no sound. Let me I'll tab out and then I'll tab back in. Go out. Go back. That happened last time as well. Just, oh, there we go. Can people hear sound? You know what? It was my headset again last time. But the odd thing is, I can hear the bit sounds. I just can't hear the game sounds. Oh, diolch yn fawr. Thank you. Fresh pot of hot water. Ah, spillage. Right, okay, so. Thank you, Ockham. Thank you, Amazing Girl. Thank you, Sunshine. Sound is okay for us. Aavak only happens to you. Yeah, I don't know why that is, because it seems like such an odd way to lose sound. Really odd way for it to happen, but oh well. It's fine. I am going to need to increase the amount of food I'm bringing in, though. There's no way around that. Once we've got a steam core, we can go ahead and build more. I could build this up there. In fact, we've cleaned out a bit. No, it'll destroy resources. I could put it down there. I could put it here. We'll put it over there, though. Right there. I'll just build a little road up. There we are. I can get a second storage there eventually. There we go. That should be built reasonably fast. I hope, because if I can get it built reasonably fast, then I can send some more hunters out. 1 hour and 40 odd minutes until they get to the next location. Maybe it's what Aavak's experiencing as well. Happens to me as well, the MW Green. Very rarely, though. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Wait, hold the phone. You're wearing a boom shirt? If so, where do I get one? Yep, I'm wearing a boom shirt. There you go. I got it off QWERTY. Unfortunately, most of my nice QWERTY shirts, including this one actually, they're too big for me now. I've lost way too much weight. I'm having to constantly change things. Right, okay, so we've still got to find the other settlement. We are currently at a location, the coal mine. The coal mine is automated. Its engine is pressurized, but the mining has stopped. The snow around it is untrodden, and an eerie silence hangs in the air. More coal than we can use. This coal mine was in operation until very recently. The machinery isn't running now, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Perhaps the mine simply extracted its quota, or filled the loading bay. We could retrieve plenty of raw materials if we took the machinery apart. No, because we definitely want to set this up as a... I mean, I've got the coal thumper, but this brings in 800 coal a day for like 10 or 15 workers. That is huge. So we're only going to take the stored coal. That's fine. Thank you very much, Felrin. The Lawmaster and Celestian God of Evil, Gorman that he is, bids Dark Aavak use this for the Lady Sheila Milkshake Fund. Raises his wine glass. And cheers to you, mate. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you very, very much indeed. Right, we're going to head back to the weather station. It'll only take us 7 hours. And then from there, we'll go on to the large convoy. That is my plans. Such that they are. Right, I would like to continue construction of homes because peoples are cold. We can fit One. Oh, that is perfect. I love it when a plan comes together like that. Love it, I do. Scouts have reached the observatory. Something's amiss at the observatory. Snow covers the precious instruments, and the dome is open, letting out a thin column of smoke. Someone's inside. The sun is dimming. Instead of astronomers, we are met by some of our lost people. They explain that they came here for help, but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it up in their diaries. The loss of sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. Now, I wonder if in the scenarios once this releases on the 24th, whether we're going to get scenarios that kind of fill in more of the lore around these things. We can escort the survivors to the city or send the survivors back, but some will die. They are our people, so we're going to escort them back. Escort them to the city. There we go. Right, we've got this set up. That actually should have already been fully manned. It was bad of me that I didn't get it manned in time. Oh well. Right, hopefully we can get all these set up quickly. And we are going to need, well, actually a lot more bunkhouses, as it happens. But we're going to have to wait for resources to be brought back for that. There we go. And the automaton will be here soon. What we can do then is have the automaton run the coal thumper. Aavak, can you explain the premise of this game? Sure, Taylor. From what I understand, because we haven't got an opening cutscene yet, because this is still a pre-release build. It's set around the late 1800s. We are an expedition from London that has fled London for some reason. London had been sending out expeditions prior to ours, and the assumption is that we will find them and they will help us settle in. However, we have, from the little scene that we saw there, we've discovered that there was some sort of supervolcanic eruption which fouled the air, bringing on a kind of post-apocalyptic winter, but it seems that that is not the only culprit, and that, in fact, it appears that the sun itself is cooling, and that is why the Earth is cold. Which is pretty interesting. Oh. Right, the weather station. I would like you to go on to the large convoy. It'll take you 18 hours to reach there. And then at that point, that group is going to be making their way home. Hey, Aavak, question. Are you planning on doing a Dark Aavak run where you are mean? This may be something that happens in the future. I'm not going to confirm or deny it, but right now it is not the case. Right, steelworks have been researched. Fantastic. How much does it cost to build them? Not that much. Only 25 wood. We absolutely, positively need this to be made. So, oh, promise broken.
Bundle up. It's getting colder.
Really? How annoying is that? The promise was broken because it got cold. That is just so frustrating. So incredibly frustrating. Well, there wasn't too much I could have done to avoid that one, because I don't have technology that would have allowed me to keep them warm with this alone. So frustrating, that one. Aavak, your face. That was lovely. Third time that happens to you. Nature denied your promise, indeed. Well, we'll run in overdrive for now. On that note, however... we're going to get the generator power upgrade. We can't. We can't get the generator power upgrade. We need something that requires only wood. We've got some there. Is this... it is set to run... There we go. As are all of our main areas, so we'll run that. Hey, Tex Cub, how are you doing? Thank you very much for the host there. Welcome, everyone, from the Nut Hut. We are playing Frostpunk. If any of you aren't familiar with the game, it is a sort of 1800s steampunk, frozen post-apocalyptic colony management game. I know that's a massive mouthful. Right, we need to get you guys set up. What would be the best way to connect? I haven't got the wood for it now. Well, that's fine. We don't actually have anyone working there. There we go. Indeed. This will not, apparently, destroy the resources there, which is very good to know. Let's go through there. Scouts from number 2 have returned safely to the city with children, engineers, and workers. Good, because we're about to need a lot of metal. Links, this game is beautiful. Yeah, it really, really is. And good night, Schmofo. Thank you very much for dropping by, mate. Well, I want to see some of this so-called sunshine I've been hearing about, so best get myself off the beddy booze. Good night, Aavak. Night, peeps. Have a great stream. Oh, thank you very much for dropping by. You made it a better stream than it would have been without you. Snowpiercer in a town. You definitely can go the Snowpiercer direction, but you don't have to. You can play this game in a very, very gentle way, if that is your desire. We've only got 4 people who are sick at the moment, which is good. Who don't have a home, that is. Which, you know, that isn't good, but it is what it is. We are going to want these to be set up as quickly as possible. Right, let's head out. You've reached the city, so now I want you to head out to Winterhome. It's going to take you 2 days and 12 hours to arrive. That should give our scout, who has all of these precious resources, time enough to get to the convoy and return. Actually, you know what? Don't go straight there. Go down to 16 hours to this bridge, and then go down to the weather station, and then on there. Because that is going to take so much less time. That'll take so much less time. We've also got the automaton, which will be here shortly. And I've been meaning to get my tea done for so long, but I keep needing to chat. So let's get that sorted, shall we? You always have to make time for tea. There's always time for tea. Right. Let's get you done. There we go. There's always tea time somewhere, and that means it's always tea time wherever I am. Hi, just got here. Is this game similar to Surviving Mars? No. No. If you're familiar with the game This War of Mine, this is by the same developer. So it's a sort of bleak post-apocalypse. It is a colony management game, and like Survival Mars, you do have a single colony, and it's kind of very survival-oriented, rather than like something like Cities Skylines, where someone will just leave if they don't like it where you've set up. It's probably closer to Banished than to Surviving Mars, but there's more of a story in this one, I would say. So yeah, it's probably a bit closer to Surviving Mars than it is to Banished in a way, because Banished is very much a non-narrative game. There we go. This game is so cool. You're having a chuckle there. Well done. There we are. I had a feeling this was by the This War of Mine people. Yeah, it's definitely got their kind of aesthetic stamp all over it. Which is a good thing in my opinion, because This War of Mine was an incredibly well-told story, I felt. There we go. Tea is done. Right. Time to drown my companion cube. Banish is beautiful as well. Yeah, I actually frequently go back to Banish. It's one of my guilty pleasures. Right, so that is done. Hope is dangerously low at the moment because of that bloody failed promise. So frustrating, that one. So fantastically frustrating. But there's nothing we can do about it. Only 3 sick outside of the treatment homes. We've got 43 without homes, though. That is rough times. Very rough times. What kind of tea is it this time, Aavak? Mine is currently Kalon. It is ice wine tea from the Granville Island Tea Company. Actually, for those who are interested in loose leaf tea, I'll quickly... Oh, Hunter's Gear Research, good. I'll quickly show you what the tea looks like. This was sent to me by Waterproof Bubbles. Oh, it's going to be hard to show you, but... There we go. I always like seeing the different textures, the different looks of the teas. It's actually quite fascinating sometimes. The process that some teas go through in order to, well, be made into tea. I have water. Yeah. How about this one of my stream? Maybe. We could do that. Right. We wanted to go for the generator power upgrade, so we still can't do it because of a lack of wood. Right, we've got plenty of people who can work this. Engineers, it's going to be you for now. Oh. There we go.